Welcome back to 1111. Guess what? It was like weird because I won't even tell you, but I will. At the very second I started, I had 111 in chat, and I was like, well, it's time to go. We're going to be going back to Arizona, Tucson to be exact. And now that we have all this information about these lovers in our readings, we keep getting this lovers card, lovers. It's a couple, it's a females involved and so forth. And I'm like, okay, but there could be several different sets of people involved. So you could have the hierarchy of the event. You could have the lowlifes that actually commit the crime. That could be a couple. And then maybe the payout is coming from somewhere else for the hired thugs. Is this a hired hit? And are the ground zero people, the lowlife thugs, are they Luke and Kayla? Kayla Day and Luke Daly. Daily, kind of weird. That's what I want to know. So I want to know what the cards are going to share with us. Remember, everything I'm about to share with you is my humble interpretation of the cards. You might feel different. You might read differently than I do, and that's absolutely fine as well. Take it all with a pinch of salt, grain of salt, over the shoulder, whatever you gotta do. Don't go calling the popo and say the tarot reader on YouTube said, because tarot is a general read of energy. It's not good for saying a location. It's just not designed to do that. It's also not good with the when. When did this happen? It doesn't tell me a timestamp on my cards, but what it does is it tells me the energies. And I'm an excellent tarot reader, but you guys actually ask better questions. So following this live, after we do our reading here in just a second, I will start another live, and in that live, we're going to hand it out to all our subscribers that want to come on to the live chat. And yes, you need to be live to ask your question, because I can't pull the cards to give you the answers after the live. So you need to be live. But if you're a subscriber, ask your question. I will answer it for you. At least I will do my best to ask your question and answer it. Now, with that all being said, are you ready? Again, everything is my humble opinion. And I want to say thank you ahead of time for all the likes, the subscribes. Hold on a minute. Hold on just 1 second. Okay. I have a shipment, so you're going to hear the dogs barking. I'm sorry, it's real life here. And anybody that approaches my home, my dogs are trained to bark, and there's nothing I can do about it because they're my protectors. It'll go away in just a minute. I'll mute for a second. I think they're done. Get your energy in the cards for the highest good of Nancy Guthrie. Couple more shuffles. We should be good to go. I want to thank each and every one of you for tuning in with me today. And again, sorry for the barking. All right, let's cut that deck. Give it a little knock. Make sure we got good energy flowing in. And let's get started. What I do basically is I give a reading, and then on the next live I can answer your questions. So let me set up the chat, which I'm not as focused on during the reading, so forgive me if I miss your post. Okay, that was just weird. That was just weird. The cards rolled. I've never had that happen before. Oh, look, there's more. Look, we have cover up, runaway, home, and exit. Look, isn't that weird? Because Luke's car was all tore up in his driveway accident, and they towed it away yesterday. Okay. We have home. I don't know what home that it's referring to. We have runaway. I'm not sure what that's about, but we do have cover up. We have social media. We have legal proceedings. We have egotism. We have justice. And we have the self-delete, which we know that's not the fact with Nancy. So, interesting about that whole thing. What's meant to come out? Well, hi, little sister. Hi, Tiffany. Homicide, yes, that is what comes out. And remember, all the blood that was in Nancy Guthrie's front porch, and we've heard stories that there's more blood inside. We also know that the homicide detectives came to the home right away. So, this is saying homicide for Nancy. That would imply she's no longer with us. Show me anything we need to see about Luke Daly first. What clue would you give us on Luke Daly concerning Nancy Guthrie? I don't know why this came out yesterday as well. A lack of air. And you don't have to think of it as of somebody being choked, but you could think of it as a lack of air. Let's keep homicide. We'll put it right here. Show me what I need to see when it comes to Nancy Guthrie and Kayla Day. Allegedly, everything's alleged. There it is, cover up. It was meant to come out. I knew it was. Cover up. So, a homicide that was covered up, and then we have this strangulation. I don't know why. This is very concerning because I did think I saw a knife on him, but I wasn't sure. Cover up is something I've, like you, have suspected. Actually, I'm going to rearrange them in the order like this so we can see the words. What clues would we have when it comes to if Kayla and Luke have anything to do with the disappearance of Nancy Guthrie? Let's see what information. Thank you. Mystery, unknown, puzzle, illusion, and confusion. Confusing. And it says mystery right here. Did I forget to shut that curtain? I did. Oh well. Bottom of the deck, change, transformation, newborn, and evolution with encounter. And there's that couple. Meet by chance, love at first sight, crush. We've got this card before. Here comes that truth train. So, did you see how it clung between my fingers? Truth train in its way. So I really do feel this is the question. We keep seeing lovers. We keep seeing couple. We keep getting the same energy surrounding Nancy through every single read of a male and a female, even though there's no gender in the tarot. On these other cards, we definitely get that. I'm going to break out the tarot, you guys. I really got to see what comes out, and I will explain it if you don't read tarot. There's a lot of people that read tarot. There are specific meanings of every tarot card, so I'm not making it up. I'm just telling you the definition of the card, and then I'll explain how I think it's connected. Starting off with Luke and Kayla. Regarding Nancy Guthrie, Luke, and Kayla, show me what we need to see. Page of Pentacle. One of them's offering something up. Could it be Kayla? She's the one that was just arrested on February 12th. And then Luke was detained and released on February 13th, but they kept his Range Rover. Now yesterday, and they busted his home up, right? They detained his mother and brother allegedly and swatted his house. But then yesterday his vehicle was towed. Now it was the other vehicle, so they kept the Range Rover, but autofocus Thank you. We have this page. Pages are all about messages. I've been thinking about that TMZ. I've been thinking about the readings that we get. TMZ focuses on stars, right? Famous people, the stars. TMZ. Could Kayla have been the one that was emailing saying, you know, I have a criminal history. I know all about where Nancy Guthrie, what happened to her, where she is, who did this, so forth. But I can't go to the authorities because they'll think I'm involved. This is a messenger that's offering up something tangible, and that's a pentacle. I've wondered if she could be the messenger. On the bottom of the deck, we have some very fast-paced movement coming in the case. And it's interesting because it's going toward this page, this messenger. And this could be somebody irrational. It could be somebody that acts impulsively. Let me understand if Luke has anything to do with the disappearance of Nancy Guthrie. Okay, hold on. Just making sure I didn't drop anything, y'all. I've been looking for you. What do I mean by I've been looking for you? It's the King of Wands, right? This is my drug dealer on speed dial. And that's what Luke's record shows, is that he does deal. He got caught with all kinds of that. And King of Wands, that's who I've been looking for. So it's interesting that that popped out with the Wheel of Fortune. The Wheel of Fortune could be seen in traditional tarot. It's a karmic card. It's saying, have you learned the lessons from the past? Are you wanting to repeat them, or do you want to move forward? You could see it also as a payout, somebody trying to do something to get a payoff. However, if they're repeating their past and their past is no good, it's saying karma will catch you. There's a lot of karmic things. Now, if you look at it in more of a real sense of tangible world, wheel could mean wheels, like they call their vehicles, their wheels. He's had 2 vehicles towed, not 1, 2. Find that interesting that we have this King of Wands with the Wheel of Fortune. Show me Kayla and Luke's energy with their intent toward Nancy Guthrie. Maybe they're just nothing, you know. Hold on, y'all. Oh my God. Okay. The intent towards Nancy Guthrie. We have another page, right? Another messenger. A message about what? Look. 10 of Pentacles. This is a payout. It's raining money down on this family. So this is very much about a message about money. There's a payout. It could signify that they were hoping to extort the situation to get money, or it could mean that Luke and Kayla actually might have received a payout, or at least a partial payout. It's definitely seeing this message, this opportunity with money, legacy. Did either Kayla or Luke do harm to Miss Nancy Guthrie? We have the World card. This is the travel card. And this means the world. It could mean international. Indeed, it could mean Mexico. We'll have to qualify deeper. But this is the travel card. It also means a closed cycle, something that shuts down. This is the last major arcana. It's the 22nd card of the major arcanas, even though it's a 21. We start with 0. And so this is Taurus energy, earth energy. Look, I've got earth energy, and then I've got Sagittarius, fire energy. Archangel Michael protecting the world. Archangel Michael protecting the innocence. Temperance. Temperance is something that didn't go as planned. It didn't mix well. In in the tarot, this is usually a fire and water kind of thing. It doesn't always mix well. So something didn't mix well in a travel event. So it almost looks like the plan would be to get a payout, but something went wrong, right? I asked, did Nancy, did they bring harm? So maybe they did not intend to harm Nancy in that way. They were just going to kidnap her and do the hostage thing, and then she passed away. Let's find out. Did Nancy, okay, let me put it this way. Did Luke capture Nancy, kidnap Nancy? I have confusion, not necessarily. Confusion. There's my kidnapping card. Seven of Cups with the Nine of Swords. It's like there was confusion in the kidnapping. There was something that didn't go right. But this is imprisonment. In the traditional tarot, self-imprisonment, but in True Crime Tarot, this is the abduction card. I'm asking if they did something. I asked directly, did they kidnap her? Did Luke kidnap her? I got that card. Let's see what else we get. Ace of Cups, yes. So this is saying that Luke is involved, but that something got messed up. So something didn't go as planned. Did Nancy pass away on Luke before he could get his money? Why are they jumping at me? Like the cards are like explosive. Oh my gosh. Y'all, their plan did not go right. Look, we've got the Eight of Wands. This is communication, fast-paced, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, right? But this is the plan that got stuck. This is a plan that the action did not follow through proper. Here's how I know. We would have got the Three of Wands if this was a plan that went right. But we have the Two of Wands, which is a plan that gets stuck. This person, they've made their decision. They're looking at what? The World card. So the plan had something to do with international, probably Mexico. She's right by the border. That's part of international travel. So we have communication. So now we need to ask. Luke does have ties to Mexico directly himself. He's also Mexican American. All right. Let me understand, did Luke try to take Nancy to Mexico? Okay, give me smaller, please. Thank you. All right, so we have regret. It didn't work, but we do have that desert with that little bit of water, but it's really a desert in spilt cups. It's regret, Five of Cups. Something happened unexpected. Let's see what the bottom of the deck is. Yeah, it happened unexpected. The Tower. The Tower is when something happens so abruptly and it's not expected that it changes absolutely everything. And this was swift. Knight of Swords is the swiftest card in the deck. This is the pony that makes it to the end of the race first. This person is focused. They are swift. And so this is the swift, unexpected. So what this is telling me, oh my, is that this moment is like there was this plan to get money out of the deal somehow. And it went awry. Something went wrong. Very, very wrong with their plan. Now, let me ask, is Kayla at all involved with the disappearance of Nancy Guthrie? That's interesting. I have silence. That usually means somebody's talking to the cops, but we have defense. She might be working against him, Luke. We have defensive energy. We'll put it right there for now. Show me what else clue we have about Kayla working with Luke and on Nancy's disappearance. What is going on, y'all? It's exploding in my lap. All right, we got the story of Kayla and Josh, who were doing something that they shouldn't. The lovers, that's what I was curious about. They may very well. It would be favorable for them to be the lovers. They are lovers, right? And I've been seeing the lovers card. I was asking if both of them had anything to do. I said, does Kayla have anything to do with the disappearance of Nancy Guthrie? And it shows me her lover does, right? Her lover is Luke Daly. Shows me this independent money. So she might be now independent. Well, she's been arrested on the 12th. Not related to Nancy Guthrie, but she is incarcerated. Had to do with her having warrants for arrest. She knows about the money plan. These are all pentacle. The lovers and the pentacles. 9 pentacles. This is independent energy. It's almost saying she wasn't part of the kidnapping, but she knows about it. She could be the if she gets the star card, that could mean she's talking to TMZ. Right? All right. So right here we have she knows about the plan. She knows about 3 people involved in a plan. She's saying, I know about this 3 of Pentacles. This is the architects. They've got the blueprint. They're saying, here's the plan. This is the builder. He's taking the lesson as to how to build this. So she is aware, right, of her lover who is independent of her. Separate of her. So it's not saying she did anything to Nancy Guthrie. It's saying she knows a lover, her lover was independent in a plan with 3. So we have 3 energies surrounding Nancy in this plan, but not including Kayla. With this walking away into the desert. This could be on the way to Mexico, but this is the desert, and that's what Nancy always gets. And this is a journey. This is 8 of Cups, turning your back on everything and going on a journey. We have the law. We have the Queen of Swords. Well, she's incarcerated, and she might be talking to the law. Maybe she's the one that was writing TMZ, saying, hey, being the messenger, right? Saying, hey, I've got a criminal past. I can't talk to the law. I don't trust the law, so forth. She might now have a defense attorney. It could be that it's a state award, but we have this magician. All the tools of the trade. She knows enough. Bottom of the deck. 4 of Cups. Something being ignored. The payout. They may be looking for the people that did it, but not realizing that there's a hierarchy. This is a payout. This is, okay, so we've got that Queen of Swords with the Magician, but look at this payout. 6 of Coins. It's being ignored. That, or it could be that the payout never happened. We know that Bitcoin never really moved. They only put $300 in there or something, 300 Bitcoin or $300 worth of a Bitcoin. So maybe it's because the ransom didn't work, or if they're hired, they didn't get their other money. It didn't go as planned. That's the clarity. Okay. So they did not get their other half of their money. They got paid up front somehow, though. The Chariot. Could they have bought the vehicles with the money? Those vehicles, Luke's vehicle, the Range Rover that was towed, was purchased January of this year, 23. 8 days before Nancy Guthrie went missing. You have the Chariot also as Cancer energy, meaning a win-win situation, but it is also, in the True Crime Tarot, represents the wheels of vehicle. Whatever kind of vehicle you think of. We have this commitment, the hierarchy, the Hierophant. This is establishment. The Chariot to an establishment, somewhere, a location, that they can lay it to rest. And Page of Swords. She was a witness to a lot, according to this. We have a witness here of a fight for life, right? This is strategic, taking all the swords away so nobody can fight back, leaving these people with their backs to the situation and defenseless. This little Page of Swords still has their sword. This could imply that Kayla could be this Page of Swords that knows what happened and is telling on him, which is going to take away his swords, his words, right? The moon at night, the stuck energy, something where they're stuck and in the desert, right? There's no green, stuck in the desert. That's where I believe Nancy is. King of Pentacles. Interesting. If Luke had anything to do with this, show me the clearest, strongest card in this deck as to what clue would be for us to find what happened to Nancy as to what Luke did. Did Luke Daly have anything to do with the disappearance? All right. That is so weird. We have this attic basement crawl space with tricked, betrayed, duped, and backstabbed. I think this tricked, duped, and backstabbed may actually be that Kayla will turn witness against Luke and betray him and tell where Nancy is. Crawl space, it could be something, you know, if Luke's mother owns an excavation service, that could be a crawl space buried under something, right? Law. Look, this is telling us something about Nancy. So we have law. So if she were to tell on Luke, right? If she betrays Luke, her lover, and she were to tell on him and say, well, I know everything about Nancy, right? We've got this crawl space. We have law. They would definitely go look and they would arrest him, right? So she might be thinking about it. Was Savannah Guthrie actually saying, do the right thing, it's never too late? Actually trying to talk to Kayla. We have nature, scenic path. We have the mountains, right, in the road. We have an outdoor structure. That could be that crawl space. We have rope, meaning that somebody was secured there. We have the victim there that is trapped. We do have this ego. We have spite, jealousy. We do have manual, which to me, I'll just tell you honestly, every time I see this card, I think of choking. I don't know why. Maybe Gabby Petito, right? Because I used to get that card. It's interesting. I always get playground around the location of Nancy, like a park playground. And I don't mean where kids are. Could be a nature reserve, something along that lines. All right, my lovely, we are a little bit late for the next reading. I'm going to get off here. And I am going to turn it over to our beautiful subscribers, our beautiful subscribers. And let me get my cards in a row here so I have them for you. And let you guys ask all the questions, because you ask amazing questions. And with that being said, I hope you'll jump back on. I'll be ready in about 5 minutes time and let you ask all the important questions. All right, so whatever question that you want to ask in the Nancy Guthrie case, it's time. We're going to jump over. I will hand it all over to you guys. So just give me a 5-minute window. I want to say thank you incredibly much for tuning in with me. If this is where you leave me. And thank you for hyping it up after the live, because you can only do that on replay. Thank you for the like, the subscribing, watching the video all the way, sharing the video, whatever you've done to support me. I love you and thank you. With that being said, please say a prayer for Miss Nancy, and I will see you again in just a moment. Thank you, my love.
From the dust I was born, to the dirt I shall return. When my eyes are closed, in the shadows, my enemies will think they